Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and this is a commentary 3 versus 3 siege battle. Um, it's three desert factions against the Seleucids, Carthage, and Rome. Now, you can see we're rushing out with Cav, but there was something that was really funny during this battle, and it's over here. Carthage did the glitch, and it was actually pretty funny. He brought 5 ambushers, which they're not the best units. That's like I didn't really get too mad about it, but he put them. I didn't know you could do this, but he put the ambushes right up against the wall with tortoises, and he's just gonna bring down her whole entire wall at the start. And all we have is the swordmen, but my ally has armored Shota warriors here. So you can see we're just gonna rush out, and this Seleucid army was deployed really weird. He had 5 thorax swords and 4 silver shields, and the rest of his army is over here. And he is gonna put no pressure on this wall, which I find is a pretty big mistake. You can see I've got a lot of my troops on this side waiting for him to attack this wall. And what this allows me to do is bring all these troops around this way and just bring them right there. And I can hold this little area right here. And you can see Kush was ready for a Roman assault all across this wall. That's not happening. Rome is attacking this one corner, and that's pretty much it. So my army is 2 Nabatean Thorax Pikes, 3 Recon Palace Guard, 2 Armored Desert Hoplites, 2 Heavy Archers, 2 Desert Heavy Spearmen, a Noble Sword, a Nabatean Sword, a Slinger, a Nabatean Light Peltist, 2 Axe Warriors, and then the Cav. I had a lot of Cav. I had 2 Arabian Cav and 1 Desert Heavy Lancer. Now this Desert Heavy Lancer has been running around, and it's gotten 53 kills, which is really good. My Arabian Cav is not very good. I think Arabian Cav, the way CA made them, was supposed to be like the Carthaginian Iberian Cav and the Iberian Cav that Lusitani have and the Aravasi have them. So I see my ally struggling over here, and then I see there's no units that are going to be attacking this wall. So I'm just going to bring them down, and I'm going to line my Nabatean Light Peltist up, just to take down a few of these ambushers to give my teammate an edge in this fight. He's still going to lose, but I'm also going to bring up my units to support, and we should be able to win it then. So you can see I got like 1 volley off. I don't even think I killed anyone. I killed 10 guys actually, wow. And I'm going to have to bring my general up. Now I hate doing this. I don't like risking my general at the start of the battle. So I tried to get them the brace, because I think they have expert charge defense. But he was smart and did he? No, he didn't give his, yeah he did. Do they have expert charge defense? Yeah. It didn't work there. Because they're supposed to like throw their spear up and kill the guy in front of them. So I am taking down a ton of ambushers. They are very, very weak. And they have silver experience, which I thought was pretty funny. But now there are African pikemen, and so this swordman is dead. And there's all these other pikeman troops. Now, Carthage, he didn't completely destroy this wall. And he didn't even attack that wall. So now it's just my allies here in the fight. They've got these slingers and their armored Shota warriors fighting. Carthage does, yeah, he has this one unit here. All our cav is dead from the outside, but my teammate, he still has a cav unit. It's way back here, and this cav unit will actually be very useful during the battle, or when later in the battle. So Rome isn't going to be advancing for a very, very long time, which doesn't really surprise me. So I do have this Nabatean Axe Warrior finally able to get my general, and he's down to 133, and he's only done 47 casualties. That is not very good. And I will be able to beat these guys with the Axe Warriors, and he sees that, so he's going to retreat. But now he has Libyan infantry and pikemen. So this fight just got a lot worse for me. So I realized that there's all these troops here, and I don't really have anything. So what I'm going to do is run my slingers up to the wall with the Axe Warrior, and I'm going to go try to take this tower back, and then I'm going to support myself with these slingers that are up on the wall now. So the fight's going to start. I'm going to rush up my Axe Warriors, and I'm just going to fight these ambushers, but that's not my worry. This is 2 Libyan infantry and an African pike, and he's going to see what I'm doing with my Nabatean Light Peltist, which already have 80 kills, which is really good. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's happening right now. I did get another volley, though, with them, and I'm going to pull my Axe Warrior out, not engaging that. And I'm going to bring up my Nabatean Swordsman just to support the Axe Warrior. Neither of these guys will be able to beat the Libyan Infantry. And now there is oncoming Sacred Band. This was very scary. He has a lot of troops, and he's mobilized them very quickly. And now I'm actually going to put Heavy Shot on. Did I put Heavy Shot on? No. No, I didn't. I'm just going to use regular shot for now, but I will change the Heavy Shot and shoot those African pikes. Now I have my Nabatean Axe Warriors up in the front here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's just some... What the heck? I don't remember this. This Axe Warrior is in the fight. Is it? It's right here. I don't understand what it's doing. Oh, that's the unit on the wall. So that's why it said that unit was fighting. Okay. So I wondered that during the game. I was like, it told me that unit was fighting, but I was like, what is it fighting? So now my teammate is going to support with noble swords here. I do end up telling him to pull them out because it's kind of a waste. I have pikemen coming up. I have pikemen right there. I am going to run them back because I have another unit. No, I run them back and then I run them back here. And there, over here, is this massive brawl in this city. We do not give this street up very easily. We've got more Kushite troops and more Maskats here. These units will put up a heroic fight. I think these are actually pikemen just rushing into the fight to get into pike forms. Either that or they're noble swords. No, they're armored Shoto warriors. So you can see many armored Shoto warriors not willing to give the street up to these Seleucids here, and Carthaginians, mainly Seleucids. Now this street battle here is going to last this entire game, and that is no joke. We go back and forth with this street because neither of us was willing to give it up. We realized the strategic importance. If they took this street for us, they can loop around here and surround us, and if I took the street, I can loop around and surround them. So it was a very important street that neither of us were going to give up. Again, my ally has an artillery piece, by the way. I will be moving this Nabatean Thorax pikeman up there, but I brought another one over here just to support my allies because they were being pushed back a lot quicker than I thought they would be, but they still put a heroic fight up here. And my ally, I don't know if he does it yet, but he will charge a Mascat out here. He also, my other ally, Kush, has charged out Armored Desert Cav and killed many archers. That's Noble Cav. Yeah, this unit has 143 kills, so a ton of archers have died. And they were Syrian heavies and probably other things. I don't really see many losses in the Syrian heavy oh no. I think he killed a lot of Eastern slingers. No, these are Eastern spearmen. He killed Eastern spearmen and Eastern slingers. So, I don't know why it keeps doing that stuttering, by the way. I did throw my pikemen into the fight. They're over here pushing in. Yeah, it keeps stuttering. Oh my god, that's so annoying. It doesn't do this during the games. It only does it when I'm recording. So I only have an Axe Warrior and a sword unit in there, and my ally has his noble sword, but I should have. I don't know why I haven't brought it up yet. That unit over there will eventually come over here. Now over here, Kush gets pushed back very fast, and I think it was because he didn't give his units an attack order, and I see people struggle with this a lot. This unit isn't fighting right now. It's just throwing javelins. The first few guys are fighting. If he gave an attack order, he could actually surround this Roman, and that would make it a lot easier. Same thing over here. He really doesn't have a good fight on them. You can see some guys have their javelins out, which they shouldn't. They should have their things out, their swords out. So yeah, you can see this very big brawl here. And he's got some Nubian spears just to support. And my ally does have Maskats waiting to be thrown into the fight, and also Kush has some archers here. And then back over here, finally, here it is. I have my Nabatean Thorax pike coming. And I have my other pikemen over here pushing these guys back, but they are very smart though, and immediately start targeting them with archer fire. And I actually pushed them out of the city. And this is when I looked out and my ally was like, I got a unit out here. And he's just running around with this mascot. It got 128 kills, but it eventually broke. Because mercenaries break very fast in this game. Which makes sense, they're mercenary units. And then my axe warrior starts throwing javelins. My slinger has been shooting, by the way, up here, supported by my archers. Now I can see that I'm about to be put. Holy crap! I'm sorry for the lag, by the way. It never does this. It's only when I record big battles. So I see that I'm gonna start losing here. I have no clue what this unit's doing, but I am bringing up my pikemen, and I have a heavy desert spearman right there. I also have many other units in reserve. And you can see this once the Seleucids dealt with that mascot, they are right back in the city, not giving up. My allies are very, very low on troops. All I have supporting them right now is this pikeman, which is up against the wall and only has 17 kills. My allies have another mascot. The Shoto warrior has 360 kills. Holy crap. That is a ton. And now I've thrown in my pikemen. And I'm going to be throwing in this heavy desert spear. Now, again, me and Carthage realized the importance of the street. And both of us just sent in tons of men not willing to give the street up. And it gets very close here in a little bit. But I keep throwing more and more soldiers into the fight, not willing to lose this street, because it was more important to us than to them, because they really didn't need it. They can easily protect their backs. We can't. If they do break through, we have to defend this huge area out here. They can easily get around us this way too. So, they only have to defend this little street here, and they have the support of the tower. That's mainly why I kept this Nabatean Axe Warrior here. And yeah, why is this game in slow motion? Holy crap. So the Nabatean Thorax Pikes are back in the fight, and it's still very close. They have 38 kills, which is starting to rack up more and more. Now you can see a ton of my units are breaking, so I will throw in this Desert Heavy Spearman in a little bit. But you also have to keep in mind, I've been being supported by archers this whole entire time I've been fighting this guy, and I'm still being pushed back. It is an incredibly close match here. And back over here, you can see Rome is beating my allies. They could not hold this. Actually, no, what happened? They were winning this battle, but no, I guess Rome just threw many more soldiers in. He has auxiliary cav too, and archers sporting. Oh, and he has 2 Praetorian Guard. He doesn't have many breaches. I don't know why they didn't fill this gap sooner. My ally is bringing up his general just to protect this street here so he doesn't lose archers. Oh, this might have been what happened. He only has 2 swordsmen fighting back a legionary and a legionary. But he is supported by the tower, so he should win that. So I have a ton of archer support coming on this area. I've thrown in another heavy desert spear. And I do begin to push these troops back, finally. Once I threw that desert heavy spearman in, the fight completely changed. I mean, it's still a very brutal fight. He still has 2 sacred bands in this fight. But his African pikemen are slowly but surely being beaten from my Nabatean Thorax Pikes, which the Nabatean pikemen are not that great. So I do move the Slinger up because he has his own Cretans outside the wall now, which is a very, very good move. You do not see many people doing this. So I get the rest of my Slingers up on this wall that have ammo, and I begin to pluck at these Cretans. And I think the Slinger gets over 100 kills. Yeah, it has 83, and it just racks up kills against these Cretans. And keep in mind, I still have this Nabatean Axe Warrior here, which will come in very good use later. And you can see now they're pushing through, but they didn't really take into notice of this Armored Desert Hoplite, which has 85 kills, and I was surprised it got even that on the units it's fighting. But there are pikemen now coming in. He's got more and more troops coming in, and he's just not going to stop. He is going to push on, And all my ally has is caravan guards. These units aren't bad. They have square, which can help them on field battles. But that's pretty much it. So I see this, and I'm going to rush over an Armored Desert Hoplite just to support him. And I'm going to put him, like, right here. My ally also has some Sabian archers. Now, Sabian archers are good. Also, some Carthaginian cav came out of nowhere. And you can see I'm running back my skirmish troops because they're out of ammo at this point. They've done really good. Now I have another noble swordsman getting ready to push into this fight. And the reason now is I've realized this in many other games. People commit to an area, but they do not keep up with the amount of soldiers that are in that area. I am now pouring in more and more troops, and I am losing guys, but I'm also gaining ground. So this is going to happen a lot. I am using much weaker troops that do not cost as near as much as the troops I am fighting, and I am still pushing this guy's back. I mean, I have the support of my ally, but it's just one noble sword, and I don't think it got that many kills. And I have my own noble sword too, and I have this Armored Desert Spearman with the pikemen. He has all these guys, and he's gonna see this, and he's gonna push back, or he's gonna fall back. Now, at this moment, I should have taken out the rest of his pikemen here, and I should have stayed right here. I should not have moved from this area, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push on, and it is gonna cost me dearly in a little bit here. Now, I'm about to send in my Armored Desert Hoplite to support. There it goes. And this unit will do very good. Also, this unit over here has 148 kills, which is really good for an Armored Desert Hoplite. They're not that expensive. So all that's left are 2 Libyan infantry, very depleted. And once again, I shouldn't have pushed on, but I'm going to with my teammates' help with this noble sword. And you can see that the Massilian, units here for Saba say general recently died. If we go over here, my ally's general is down by 3 guys. So he had the great idea of let's put caltrops down right here to ward enemy cav off. Well, what that did is that killed 2 generals. Now he went out here and he forgot about these caltrops, or he thought you could walk through them. And in doing that, I told him you can't, and he tried to pull out his general. I think this is him right here. No, this might be him. Ended up dying on one of the caltrops. And then the Kushite general just died over here. So there are 2 generals. I'm the only one who has mine, and we got really worried about this because we were getting lower and lower on troops. So back over here, you can see I've pushed deeper in against the Carthaginians, and now I've launched my second attack. It's against this unit of 17 Libyan infantry. It's a slinger and a Nabatean axe warrior. So I thought, well, if I can break this unit, I can then push on and surround him. And I got really mad, by the way, and pulled through. I apologize for that. I just hate it when a unit of like this unit right here, 17 guys, just holds and does not break. So I rear charge these guys, and the African pikemen begin to waver, and that is when we thought we had won this area, because I had just thrown in another noble sword because I wanted to win this flank. I needed to gain control of this flank to win this battle. And it is a pretty brutal fight right now. And back over here, you can see the Seleucids are still pushing. And at this point, these guys were like, you guys definitely won this. And I was like, no, we did not. This is still very close. You can see this caravan guard literally winning because of this Desert Hoplite. And now there are more auxiliary cavs, so I bring in my heavy desert spearmen to try to ward these guys off, but they already killed a bunch of archers. And now the Carthaginian general comes in, and he's going to go right by my guys, which makes sense. Actually, no, he's going to go into my guys, and then he's going to go for the archers. My teammate wanted to try to kill their general, which made sense. I would have done the same thing, trying to get rid of a general, especially from Carthage. Would have secured the victory over here, but that's not going to happen. We don't end up killing him. Now, as the fight continues, they actually get a rear charge with their cavalry. I'm going to plug this gap with mine. So it's looking very, very close here at this point. There are not many, there's not much hope left for us. So my ally's trying to get his caravan guard out of here, and they start wavering because his general's dead. This is a very, very bad problem. He actually lost a unit. 83 guys just broke up. Did they? Yeah, they broke out the field. He was going to charge them back in. I've now thrown in my heavy desert spearmen. I don't know why he pulled out. No, I told him to pull out. So yeah, he's gonna go pull back. And over here, you can see I have been counter pushed completely. I've lost the street now, which was really, it was a sad sight to see, to lose the street. They have also counterattacked with an Eastern Spearman, which actually will do good because these units are fairly depleted. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I lost the street. I committed so many men. I won the street. All I had to do was plug the gap right here, and we could have had a bigger chance of winning. But now he's got his Noble Cav General, and this Noble Sword is going to do crap because Noble Swords stink in this game very badly. I don't know what it is. They never get kills for me. So, yeah, it's very disappointing by my part. I do end up killing Cretans and some Eastern Spearmen, so I guess that's a plus. They are completely through the side now, and we're screwed. Like, what do we have? I have a heavy Desert Spearmen, some skirmishers, my general, and 2 Recon Palace Guards. We also have 2 Sholta Warriors, a Sabian Spearman, what's left of a Caravan Guard, a Noble Sword, and 2 Marib Royal Guard. It's a lot. It's not a lot, but it's elite. But we are completely outnumbered. Now let me see if the game lets me fast forward. I mean, it kind of is. It's going faster. So you can see at this point we really did not know what to do. So we just kind of plugged the gaps and hope for the best, honestly. There were a lot of Seleucids and a lot of Romans left. But the fight against Carthage pretty much secured his death at that point. All he really has that is something to worry about is his general. So I move up my general to support the Heavy Desert Spearmen. Or no, I don't. My ally moves up. Now, these archers, holy crap. These archers come out here, and my ally decides to charge with this Caravan Guard, which was actually a pretty good idea, because you'll see here in a second what happens. So these Caravan Guard break formation, and they begin to chase off these archers. And they actually catch the archers in a second here, and they were trying to target my general, which I kind of find it's kind of cheap, targeting someone's general. It's actually really cheap. So you can see he's gonna he's chasing these archers down the street, and he's not gonna give up. And he ends up catching the archers and kills a ton of them, which was a big win actually. We needed this win. It gave us a lot more hope than we had, at least. But they eventually get countercharged and killed here. They ended up doing good. They brought that unit down to 84, but it had probably taken casualties from before. Some of these guys have, at least. And you can see just the amount of dead bodies that are in the street, just back and forth, constantly pushing. But eventually he does win, and they eventually win over here, which our allies didn't put that much of a fight, or none of us put that much of a fight up there. Back over here, the Romans, you can see you think they don't have much, but look over here. They have 2 Praetorian Guard and 2 Armored Legionaries. So, I was pretty scared about that. So you can see at this moment now the Seleucids decide to charge in with all their units here. He pops use the whip very soon, a lot sooner than I think he should have. But the fight is going to start now, and again, these units don't use their expert charge defense. I don't understand how you get them to use it. I don't know if it's against like units with high charge, but like I thought that's what it was. I don't know. Maybe they have to have a lot harder charge. like a berserker or something. So I do throw in my Heavy Desert Spearmen very quickly here to support my ally. And I thought they were attacking somewhere else. No, my ally actually charges out with what's left of his camels. He tried to kill his general, but that's not going to happen. So now these archers are trying to they're trying to do something here. What are they shooting at? They're shooting at the camels. I don't know why they're doing that. But you can see my ally is going to be very persistent here with his camels. Just trying to kill as many as possible, but he's going to be shot very quickly. I do pull my Recon Palace Guard back here. I can't remember why. I think it was because Rome wasn't doing a full push. Rome does, however, have a lot of troops over here, and all we have is a Sebian Spear supporting this armored Shoto warrior. And then I throw in all my skirmish troops. You can see I am boosting my allies' unit here with battle rhythm, and then I will freshen it up when it needs it. You can see these camels are they're trying to kill the Carthaginian general. He's down to, what is he down to? 10. So it's not looking horrible, but it isn't looking that great. So my ally does throw in his Sabian Spear, which isn't saying much, but it'll help. Yeah, this is really cool. I like maps that have these little buildings here that you can put archers on. And you can see he's going to be shooting at this armored legionnaire here. He's not going to get a ton of kills, but he'll soften them up before the main fight starts. Yeah, actually, he's starting to take casualties now. Carthage, did his general die? I don't think so. He sacrifices him now, though. He actually plowed that unit down. Holy crap. He delivered like 1 kill, but, or no, he did more, but still, he completely plowed that unit down. I apologize again about the lag. I don't understand why it does this. So, we're pushing now with all our skirmish troops against these armored legionnaires and other units. And I did not see the Praetorian Guard. Like, I thought they were over here, but he's going to move them over here. And that's where I'm going for a flanking charge. And my ally is going to go that way for a flanking charge. So you can see this fight is not looking good for us. We have good troops, like the Memorial Guard are very good troops in sieges, but the Heavy Desert Spearmen nowhere. Or no, wait, what are these? Oh, these are Recon Palace Guard. I thought I had. Oh, never mind. We'll easily win this fight. Yeah, the Seleucids are just kind of sitting back, trying to figure out how to get in. Now I support my ally over here against these guys with the Recon Palace Guard. You can see now here comes the Victorian Guard. Which I did not realize, and all I have is a Recon Palace Guard and all my skirmish troops. We're being shot in the back, by the way, if you haven't noticed. My ally is trying to shoot them back, but it's not really going well. So, we actually started. There is a fly on my screen. Oh my god, he's in the direct center of my screen. So, we start seeing a lot of Seleucids waver here. And there was hope now. There are a lot of Seleucids that just broke off the field, and more wavering. So we were actually getting hopeful here, as we realized also Rome was now being beaten. He does pull through here. I don't know if he meant to, or if it was on accident, because the unit dies in a second here. But when I saw that Praetorian Guard, I did pull back. So there are still many archers shooting at us, but these Praetorian Guard aren't going to be enough to hold back all our troops. Once this Armored Legionnaire is dead, we can easily just surround this Praetorian Guard, which will happen soon. You can see he's shooting this Heavy Desert Spearman. I don't know why he's not shooting like the Marib Royal Guard or something. But now Seleucid runs in his pikemen, and Seleucid is losing more and more troops. And then something eventful happens here. The Romans' line gets thinner and thinner, and he realizes that he's... I keep burping, excuse me. I don't know if you can hear that or not. He has one Praetorian Guard, and he's got one reserve Praetorian Guard, which is now coming in. But at this point, it is pretty much over. We have pretty much secured the victory at this point. It was an extremely close game. This is one of the closest siege battles I have ever played. And I've been playing a lot of siege battles lately, if you can't tell. I've been really enjoying them, but I still like field battles a lot more. And the reason I'm saying we have secured the victory is these pikemen aren't going to be able to hold for long. I have this unit here. Which one? I have both these units here. Then I have a unit here that's about to be free, and I have a unit here and a unit in the fight. And my ally still has 2 Sholto warriors, so at this point Rome leaves the game. Seleucid, does Seleucid leave the game? No. Hold on. Someone concedes. Carthage concedes defeat. Seleucid leaves the game, and then Rome leaves the game. And it's over. So it was a costly victory. Extremely close battle. You can see Kush ended up getting the most kills, which isn't surprising there. Kush is one of the top defending factions and attacking factions. Well, no. Rome's the top attacking and defending faction. So, cavalry... Desert Heavy Lance is doing good, these two not. General ended up doing good. Skirmish is doing amazing. This Nabatean Light Pelt is very much surprised me. Armored Desert Hoplite is doing great. Desert Heavy Spear is doing good. Nabatean Axe Warrior is doing amazing. Nabatean Sword, not really doing that good, but it was more just to support. Pikemen did great. Noble Swords did terrible. And my 2 Recon Palace Guards ended up doing well, but Noble Swordsmen, probably one of the worst units in the game, and you'll be able to see in a second here why. Look at my teammates' Noble Swords. Look at that, 15 and 49 kills. That is really disappointing. His general ended up not getting many kills, but he played a very important role there. Same with Cav. Arabian Cav is not very good. Sabian Archers and Slingers doing well. Caravan Guard ended up doing well, supporting my Armored Desert Hoplite. Marib Royal Guard doing well. Actually, not that one. Sabian Spirit actually did well. Some of his mascots doing good, and his artillery ended up doing really good. Kush, his general, did okay, but he died on my own teammate's caltrops. African Scorpion only gained 1 kill. Armored Desert Cav did well. Archers did well. Slingers not so much. Swordsmen ended up getting pretty good kills for the price. Sholto Warriors did okay. Armored Sholto Warriors obviously getting over 300 kills. And this Nubian Spear did well. Seleucid did really well. He still had 2 pikemen, his general, and some archers, but eventually he was going to be overwhelmed. So his general did well, archers did well, Eastern Spearmen ended up doing pretty good, pikemen did great, Silver Shield Swords ended up doing okay, and Thorax Swords did pretty well for their price. Carthage's main push was against me, but that in the end overwhelmed me. His general did amazing. Same with Carthaginian Cav doing well. Ambushers not really doing that great, but this was a funny unit. I didn't get too mad about it. Usually I do, depending, because people will like play crappy factions, but they'll bring like Cretans or Roman units, which is really annoying. Cretans ended up doing pretty good. Pikemen did great. This one did not. I don't know what happened to that one. Libyan Infantry not doing that well. Same with Gallic Warriors, but his Sacred Man did well too. Rome's general did really good, actually. Cav 2, same with his Roman Ballista. Skirmishers, his Syrians did good, but Blaric's not doing too good. Armored Legionnaires doing good, Legionnaires doing good, and Praetorian Guard's getting wrecked. Actually, that is disappointing for Praetorian Guard. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very close siege battle. I'll see you next time, and bye.